Indianapolis, feel this with me. The air around Lucas Oil has a pulse. It's the kind of electricity you don't fake, the kind that starts at the tailgate and rolls straight through the tunnel, into the huddle, into the eyes of a team that suddenly believes again. The noise isn't just loud, it's confident. Players jogging out with a lift in their shoulders, coaches talking quicker, fans grinning before the anthem even fades. You can tell when a franchise turns a corner because everything starts moving in rhythm. And it all starts with the guy under center, the one everyone thought they knew, the one people outside the city had already labeled and filed away. Not here, not now. Smash that subscribe button, drop a like, and comment below. This community runs on real fans like you. Daniel Jones. There, we said it. He arrived in this building with a storm of skepticism swirling outside, and inside he answered the only way pros can, with precision and poise. Ninth among starters in passer rating, sitting at 105.9. A completion rate touching 71%. Fewer sacks than anyone else in the league because the ball is out on time, the pocket is managed, the eyes are calm. You hear early MVP whispers and you shrug, not because it's crazy, but because this version of Jones looks like a quarterback finally aligned with a system that sees him. The throws are layered, the decisions are quick, the mistakes are scarce. He's not chasing highlight reels, he's building control snap by snap. Inside this locker room, that matters. Michael Pittman Jr. didn't blink when the noise followed Jones to the Midwest. He's been public about it. The guy's always been tough, always stood in, always willing to take hits to make the throw. What changed is what's around him, a line that keeps its shape, roots that marry to timing, a staff that teaches to strengths instead of demanding a square peg in a round hole. Pittman's voice carries because he's living it in real time, the chemistry, the trust, the way a quarterback's cadence and a receiver's stem start finishing each other's sentences. The media trope of the overhyped mistake machine, it's not in this room. In here, he's just the quarterback who does his job, who shows up, who lifts. Shane Steichen's fingerprints are all over this transformation. You hear the head coach talk about preparation and you can tell it's not fluff. It's the offense finding answers at the line, the QB toggling protections, the sideline calm when the play clock hits single digits. And the numbers back it up, first downs piling up, 6 100-plus rating games already, a sack rate that's plummeted to 2.7% after those brutal seasons elsewhere. That's not luck. That's design meeting execution. That's a city rediscovering its voice. And as the schedule keeps coming, as rivals line up to test if this is real, the question shifts from why the hate to how high can this go? Buckle in, because the second half of this story is where the volume really spikes. The ripple effects are everywhere. In the building, vets nod a little slower after practice, like they've seen enough tape to believe. Young guys sprint off the field because reps mean something when the ball finds the right spot. Pittman calls out the old narrative, and you can feel teammates echoing it in their own way. The toughness is legit, the command is growing, the tone is steady. Steichen keeps it measured at the mic, one day at a time, 1 week at a time, but even he can't hide how clean the operation looks when it's humming. Insiders bring receipts, 6 games north of a 100 passer rating, tied for the most in the league. A league-low 6 sacks taken. A first down total that trails only Mahomes and Herbert entering Week 8. Those aren't talking points, they're proofs, but let's be real. The league doesn't hand you anything in October, doubt lingers on the edges and it should, defenses will adjust, windows will tighten. There will be a day when the reads feel muddy and the pocket caves a beat early. That's the next test. Not whether this can look great when the script is clean, but whether the trust holds when the play breaks. That's where the work Jones did in the dark, the footwork, the eyes, the protection calls, becomes the daylight the offense needs. And that's where this line, this run game, this receiver room has to match the tone they've been preaching. Scheme fit matters. You can see it in the way the quick game sets a rhythm, how the shot plays are earned and not forced, how play action draws linebackers just enough to open the middle. You can see it in Jones' movement, climbing, sliding, exiting when the lane is clean instead of drifting into trouble. It's not flashy for flash's sake, it's efficient. And efficiency is a statement. It says the Colts are not gambling their way to wins. They're stacking them. They're living in second and manageable. They're finishing in the red zone because the reads are already made before the snap. The city feels it. The 6-1 start, the stride towards 7-1 with a division foe in sight, the hum that returns to Monday mornings when strangers hold doors a second longer because football is fun again. Critics can hold on to old film if they want. The Colts have new tape now. It shows a quarterback who was overhated elsewhere becoming properly rated here. It shows a coach who believed on the front end and a receiver who said it out loud before the applause. It shows a team that knows the only way this story ends well is by writing the next chapter right. So Colts fans, lean in, speak your mind, tell the league what you're seeing and what you still need to see to call this a full-blown renaissance. Comment below. This space belongs to everyone who lives and breathes the Colts. We're alive, we're loud, and we're just getting started.